All right. Greetings, 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 Grand Rising. It's like the middle of the day here if you're in Eastern Standard Time. And as we get space and room for people to come in, peace and blessings to the replay visitors and the YouTube visitors. We're going to begin by making sure that we acknowledge the space we're in and do the work to hold that space. So I want to recognize the energies of the East, the air, the clarity, recognizing the energies of the South, the fire, the transformation, transmutation, passions. I want to recognize the energies of the West, the energy of the water, the ancestors' feelings, where we go in the setting sun, and the energy of the North, home, earth, groundedness, and being who we are as community. And I'd like to welcome you all to day six of our journey to wholeness. So I'm really honored to be continuing on this path with you all, and really grateful for your presence in this journey or on this journey with me. And as I said before, many times the knowing for what we're going to talk about and use as a catalyst for the meditation, it may show up either the night before or the morning of. And so this one showed up this morning after doing my work, my cleansing, all of my prep stuff. The message came through, and it was affirmed by another conversation that I had with someone, and it made sense to go from the idea of willingness, moving from I will to knowing that I am supported. As a part of our journey to wholeness, hey, hey, Bethy, thank you. As we move into the energy of willingness, there's this idea of, but who's going to be there for me? And so it makes sense that the next message to come through to share for us on this journey is about support. Support. Whew. Support is a tricky one for many of us, and the journey of feeling supported, especially because many times we don't feel support. Many of us struggle with the idea of being supported. And feel like we're supporting others who don't appreciate it, right? It can go either way, right? Feeling like I'm not supported and I support others, and others, they don't appreciate my support. And so we have a relationship with being a part of a harmonic, a community that is deeply impacted by our relationship to support, being support, and being supported. So one of the things that initially comes to mind for me is that in a lot of ways, our relationship to support is also connected to our relationship to control everything and define exactly what it has to be. And if it isn't that way, then it isn't real and it doesn't count and it's not happening. Said a lot right there. I know. But that's one of the places where I found that the idea of being supported and supporting others often has been dictated around feeling like what I need for support is actually being able to be met. So as I ponder on this thought around support, especially when we say that we're willing to do something, it's again a relationship's greetings style. There's a relationship around what we do and what we expect to come back to us, right? And there's a real thing of generosity as a spiritual practice. Spiritual generosity as a spiritual practice, meaning you have to do the thing. And then as you do the thing, there's something might come to say, okay, let's see, well, you're going to do it again. And then you do it again. And then after a while of your own consistency and willingness to do the thing that you said I will do, you begin to find factions, people, places, things beginning to show up to support your movement through, even when sometimes the beginning of it is a very solo journey. The beginnings of it can be a very, very solo journey as we start moving earth ourselves. It's heavy. You got to get it moving. Sometimes the support has come up by the idea to even do it. Spirit is supporting what we said we wanted. I want to see health on the earth. I want a world that works for everyone. So I say I want a world that works for everyone. I've had to come and show up and do this work. I had to be willing to assume my safety, move forward with trust, know that I'm deserving, move through all of these energies to this willingness to be here. And as I keep showing up, you're showing up too. So we are creating this reciprocity, generosity and reciprocity, but it started with me going forward without knowing who would show, who would come, who would need, who would be there to support. And this is when we also begin to expand our expectation of where that support is going to come from. Many times the support that we need will come from absolute strangers. If we believe that our support can only come from a particular source and it doesn't come from that source, then we just quit and that's it. And we can't afford to be so limited, so small we can't afford to be so small in our expectation of how the Creator can come to meet our needs. We have to begin to recognize that support may come from a bird flying overhead at a particular time. That was a sign and you missed it. We have to hear the words that are playing on the song on the radio. Like, did that song just answer the question that was in my heart? I've had it happen. I've had it happen where a song was like a confirmation. I've had it happen, like I said, we pick up the book. If you were with us yesterday and we talked about willingness and how the card and the book just showed up to support this journey to wholeness that we are all doing together. So support. There is support. The universe is supporting us. This earth supports humanity. This earth is supporting us, giving us all the food, all the nutrients, all the opportunities, everything that we can move into because it wants us to continue. We are here to continue. We have this ability to be creators. Each and every one of us has the divine right and ability to create coming out of our heart. But oftentimes we create coming out of our pain. We create coming out of our doubt. We create coming out of our fears. We create coming out of what someone out there said is what's needed. And what we really are calling forward is our heart medicine. This is the center. They don't look and see when a baby is in utero. They don't say whether or not the baby has a brain. There's a particular indicator that says that this baby is viable. There's a particular indicator that when a woman is having a baby, they go to see whether or not that life is continuing. A very, very specific indicator. That is the heartbeat. We listen. It's about that fast too. When they're listening to a baby heartbeat on the sonogram and everyone lights up because of what's coming from that heart. That's the magic. So as we move in, what do we see here? She says, investing in your power and believing what you do can touch anyone. You have come with this willingness to do this. Now you show up one. It's almost like watching a baby walk. We're all waiting for that baby to walk, right? And they take that first step and we're like, okay. Oh, they fell down, okay. And then they get up again like, oh, okay. They take another step. And then they take a third step. And next thing you know, we're all supporting and championing. The baby's walking, and we're all here for it. We stopped doing that at about the 2, 3, 4, 5, someplace in the journey. We stopped celebrating it, celebrating this unfolding. And many of us, I'll speak for myself, I am in no man's land. Like, I am carving out a path to my life and to my purpose and things that feel good. And you guys are supporting me by showing up. So I am supported. And in my generosity, I support, because I keep coming back to bring to you what I have, what I offer, in the most clear, transparent, as, you know, using the tools that are mine. You know, I use the tools that I have to demonstrate my support. And it's one of those things where you begin to dismiss the doubts, the shadows. And I think they're gonna have to go back there again in the talking to, because that comes up again. They begin to get louder when we don't listen to them. So if you are listening to these journey with me, this journey to wholeness, and you're feeling some doubts, you're feeling some things that are showing up, please tell me the messages that are coming through you that says what I'm saying, but what about? Because that's important. We have to acknowledge them so that we can unravel them and find out the gold that they're asking us to add into the formula. And that's how we create this very rich, intricate, supporting medicine that impacts the masses, right? So you and me, we are co-creating this experience. And I will appreciate what you bring to me so that I can support you and us better. There may be aspects to this journey that you help me to reconcile. But if you were there and unable to see the support, that one way that we can always access the good coming into our lives is through the practice of gratitude. I was talking to one of my younger sisters, goddess amazing beings, this morning, and we spoke about what happens when you simply practice gratitude and how it changes the way that you see. It shifts what you focus on, because you started to align yourself with a different frequency. It's all there. The people who are still the people, places, and things that were bringing you bad feelings, sad feelings, feelings of impossibility, any of those things that were creating obstacles or stickiness that you couldn't get through, they're still there. But when you can find gratitude, it can be enough to shift you. Like if you're untangling a knot, and if I like. This might sound strange, but I like untangling knots. I like it. It's like it gives me a particular kind of satisfaction. And so when you begin that process of kind of a little bit at a time, and you get a little tool, a little pen or something, you pull out a little bit, and then you get one little bit out. And then you do a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you get another bit out. And before you know it, you're like, and there's so much satisfaction that comes from a little bit at a time. That's what a practice of gratitude can be for you, to move through the untangling of the self and to be gentle with support, being gentle with it, and doing those things. So we're gonna let's see. I got another message here. What did you say, Bethy? And wonderful time for growth. Oh, thank you. Yes. I'm here. We are here. And many of us are going to be here. Here's the thing. Everyone is going to have their own way to show up in their wholeness, because we need all the flavors. You have a particular medicine that is your own. You have a particular medicine, a particular magic, a particular thing. And it may sound similar, but it's coming through you and your very unique and personal experiences. And everything is needing you to come through to the other side, or come through to a new space. As we talked about, going through that turbulence and finding your way in that higher place yesterday in our reading from our text. Our reading from our wonderful text. This right here. It has been an unexpected blessing to surrender and follow the process. We've been reading from Spiritual Growth, Being Your Higher Self. Being Your Higher Self by Sanahara Roman. As we've been journeying through this text, I tell everyone I found it at a library book sale. It was super duper inexpensive when I got it. We're talking like less than $1 at max. It's a paperback, so like I said, I want to say 50 cents, 25. It was really cheap. It's not cheap now. It's not inexpensive now if you buy it new, but I do recommend this book, full of meditations, full of processes to help you moving through into this new realm of energetics. And what are we talking? Everything has energy. It's all just energy. And when you begin to understand the language, the computer age is helping many of us to understand it. But anyway, grab the book. We'll talk more about that on another time. Or if you have questions, please send me messages. I do not mind. There's people on here who I've had intense conversations inbox and on the phone with. We'll maybe moving some of that into like consultation kind of thing. Oh, yes. Awesome, Melissa. Awesome. Thank you for confirmation. If you might want to pick it back up again these days. It's been really beneficial. So on affirming that I am supported. You can start another practice besides gratitude if you're working through that. If you feel supported, you can always just practice with some earthing, going out and putting your feet on the ground, into the dirt, on the grass, even the concrete, any of it, just feeling it. Finding your tree, going up and sitting with it and feeling how solid and stable it is, and giving thanks for that oxygen that's coming through in the relationship of how you are supporting that tree. When you breathe out and they receive that carbon dioxide from you and they transform it into oxygen again for us, it's just such a reciprocal relationship. So I welcome you to, in your being supported and practicing knowing that you are supported and being a support, to maybe list out some ways where you may have not witnessed or recognized and given proper energy to what it means to be supported. And it's a cry I hear often, especially for my entrepreneurs out there, right? If you're like myself and you're building business and you're building brand and you're like, no one is supporting me. There are times when you're getting support when you might not even realize it, or you have to acknowledge it on the zoom out level. You might not be able to make it as finite as my family or my particular friend. You might have a few people who are supporting you and you have to acknowledge that, or the earth or spirit or your visions and your dreams. Sometimes you have to do it from that perspective, because if not, we sometimes have to move through things on a solo journey, and it's not fun. It's not fun. But it's a part of the human experience. There are a lot of times we will have to work on it out by ourselves. You got to know it. You got to know it and go ahead and accept it. I accept. And I move forward, because you are still being supported even in that, from the energetic realm. There are those of us who are calling for your work, for your healing, for your medicine, from our hearts. We're calling for it from our hearts. And so that energy is kind of pulling you forward. I know there are people out there who have been pulling me forward, pulling me to stand and shine and show up. And so that's what I'm doing. Let's see what message is in this book around our topic before we go into playing the bowls. Let's see. Same place. So I'm going to just go with it. I went back to the exact same place where we left off yesterday. I was like, did it do that just because I left it open? Did I do that? And I was like, you know what? We're just going to operate from where we left off. So yesterday, we left off with the void is a state of transition and change. You will experience the void again and again as you grow. In this state, you may feel that your life is changing rapidly. Something new is coming, or your foundations are falling away, leaving you nothing solid to hang on to. You may feel like something is happening inside, but not see any changes in your life yet. It is not a comfortable place for your personality, which likes things to be certain and secure. The void can come when you are between projects, have just had your last child leave home, or have quit a job and do not yet know what to do next. One of your close friends may have left, or you need to move or find a new home. It sometimes feels like you are entering a new world where the game is played differently and you don't yet know the rules. Every void is marked by issues of the heart. You will find yourself asking deep questions such as, how can I love and accept myself more? Am I lovable? Who am I? Can I have what I want? What would I love to do with my life? You may find that you feel softer and more loving towards others in this time of uncertainty. You are raising your vibration and expanding beyond your old habits and patterns. The void can make you feel less social than normal. If you have always been in relationships, you may find yourself living alone or without a primary relationship. You may feel more distant from your husband or wife, even while you feel increased compassion and love for him or her. In the void, you may have less desire than usual for intimate physical contact, which intertwines your aura with another's. During the time of the void, you are clearing your aura of other people's energy as part of the process of raising your vibration. So, let's see. I feel like that's good. I feel like they're really trying to talk us even deeper through what it means to be moving through. What it means to simply be moving through. And as we honor, and accept the energy of being supported and being support, it is a way that we also stabilize inside of the void. If we're going through, this may be where we operate on that spirit of trust that we brought in on day 2. The spirit of trust, knowing that I'm safe, knowing that I deserve love, knowing that all these things are, as we operate with those energies in that space, it helps us, I believe, in the willingness to know that I'm being supported as we move through the void. So, on our journey to higher consciousness, I pray that this has been beneficial for you. I am in the void too. And I feel myself coming into, I'm not sure where my high is going to be, where my landing place is going to be. But I'm definitely feeling myself going higher. And also returning to some frequencies of desire that are truer than I let them go. I let them go. I let certain songs and feelings go as possible. And I found them drift back to me. And I think that's a part of me coming back into myself, coming back into my wholeness. So I thank you all. We're going to go ahead and do our meditation at this time. And I thank you. Give thanks to the earth. There is enough. Give thanks to the earth. There is enough. I'm fed and I am nourished. Give thanks to the earth. My physical home. Give thanks to the earth. My physical home. I give thanks to the earth. I give thanks and praises. I am supported. I give thanks and praises. I am supported. I give thanks to the earth. I support my home. Give thanks to the earth, give thanks, for I am supported. Thank you, earth. Thank you, friends. Thank you, animals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I give my love away. I find it comes back to stay. I give my best away and find out it comes back to stay. I am supported. I support myself. I am supported. I support myself. I came into this earth alone, and I will leave this earth alone. I came into this earth alone, and I will leave this earth alone, but I am still supported. Passing through, passing through, passing to, moving on, moving through, find myself, I myself supported. I support from my overflow. I have enough, I let it go. I support from my overflow. I am supported, I let it go. Obedient to spirit, I will. Obedient to spirit, I will. Obedient, I let it go, I surrender, I am supported. I am supported. I am supported. I am supported. 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 Feel into your body, allowing the energy of silence to our cells drink in the vibration of support. So I thank you. I thank you and your continued walk with me as we call back ourselves and our power to ourselves, knowing that there is support, seen and unseen, seen and unseen. And as we challenge and shift our eyes into a greater relationship, we can begin to accept the support even from the unseen as we call it into the physical world. We accept it from the unseen as we call it into the physical world, that we are deeply supported and loved and deserving, and that the world is wanting what we each individually have to bring. I bless you. I love you. I thank you. Share this if you find it beneficial. We still have a number of days to go. We're going at least 21 days of daily support on our journey into greater wholeness, greater acceptance of our wholeness. And I just thank you. I do. Some of you have been walking with me, and I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you all who subscribed to me on YouTube. I was like 175 subscribers. I'm like, when did that happen? Yay! Maybe I'll get to 200 soon. And we'll just let that keep flowing. But I just thank you all. My face is all shining. That's just lotion and moisturizer. It's okay. Shiny face, that's good. I guess it's just the light. But I bless you all and I thank you all. And please have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be back in the early morning tomorrow. All right. Thank you. Blessings.